My name is Diane Moten, and I am the minister to the homeless at Jeff Street Baptist Community at Liberty. And I also live in the neighborhood. I live about a block and a half away. And, I do a homeless ministry here, and our neighborhood's changing a lot. And I guess sometimes it's a little bit changed for the better. But one of my concerns is that our homeless population is going to be try to be pushed out. So one of my great hopes is that the more this community changes, that the community get involved with the homeless community that's already here. And I mean that can be done in many different ways in terms of even just coming down and just having conversations, with folks who are homeless, or just coming down if you want to provide a meal or help serve a meal, to do that. And also just to get to know someone who's different, a little bit different than you are, and hear their story. There's a lot of amazing and powerful stories out there. And I think if that is done in a community kind of way, where other people see that people are just people, and just and a lot of people have, I guess, some fear around the homeless population. But I've been doing it for many years and have no fear at all. But it would just be a wonderful and powerful thing to see. To me, that's what community means. Is community brings in all different types of folks. And it looks different. It means some of those folks have a home, some of them don't. Some of them are black, some of them are white. They're Hispanic, and just a big mix. And that's what my big hope is, that the community get really involved in being a part of the homeless community here. So I think it would be in the interest and the common good for everyone involved. It's just amazing how many different things that different people go through, if you're homeless or not. And just, I think, sitting down and getting to know each other and sharing each other's stories, and just as simple as like where you were born and family traditions and things that you had. It's like a lot of people think that maybe homeless people don't have those, but they do. And I think it would just be a great thing and that's, to me, that's what you kind of share in community, is kind of who you are, where you've been, and where you're going to, because they have hopes and dreams and goals as well as anyone else. And I think that would be a very powerful thing to see in this community, to kind of have that blended together, and to I think my big thing is to, like, if people are walking by, is they just see people and not see, oh, this person's homeless or this person isn't. It's just to see people in the community, and I think from community, grows a family. So that's what I'd like to. That's my big hope and dream for this community, and I love this community and don't really see myself leaving it. I'm actually looking at getting a house and staying in this community, and because I love it. It's a wonderful place. So that's what I want to see.
How would you see kids getting involved in this?
And sometimes I think the kids are the key to it really getting started. Because I could see them just kind of being involved in, because I think kids are just kids. They're gonna, I think, jump out there and do things, and I could see them getting involved in many different ways. As in terms of just coming down and serving a meal, or just passing out, giving out socks to someone, giving out blankets, and or just, I think it'd be hard for them to kind of have a conversation, but I think for them just to be exposed to, because sometimes I think kids are like, they're much older and later in their life before they even, some of them know what a homeless person would, look like, or to see a homeless person. They don't know. I think to get them that exposure early, and just being involved and just coming down, and like, what if it's just like one day of like just going, like if they're at a store, it's like, hey, can we get extra fruit, and just bring it down, and giving fruit to someone, or a pair of socks, or a blanket, or a shirt or something. Or also just coming down, and like there's some of the homeless population that can't read. Like, kids can come down and give out books, or read, or have reading books, or a lot of the homeless population, like, I mean, they could draw pictures, decorate, you know they can even just decorate, paper sacks, and puts the stuff in there um, to give, to a person that's homeless, that you won't think would make a big difference, but that would make a huge difference, and mean a lot, and mean a lot to a person who hardly has anything. And I just think kids would be the big key to kind of meshing it all together, and I think it'd be a wonderful thing to see.